Here we go then, some activation exercises before you go out for a run. First one is just some 90-90 hip swivels. Don't worry if your bum comes off the floor. We're just trying to open up the hip a little bit and get some movement in there. We're doing 10 on each side here. Get your knees to the floor on both sides. So for this next one, we're going to work on the thoracic spine. That's the upper back, the area that's around the lungs and the heart. When we run, we do still use this part of the body, particularly if you use your arms a lot and get the shoulders to work. We're looking at 8 on either side here, so make sure that we get that elbow up high. We open it up, the whole body, and get your elbow across to touch the other arm. This next one is staying with the spine, but we're going to do a cat-cow. So this is about getting movement and flexibility into the spine, all the way from the neck down to the pelvis. As our head comes up, we push our pelvis back, and as the head comes down, we tilt the pelvis forward. Keep the arms straight, maybe a slight bend in the elbows, and push up as the back comes up and the head comes down. And do 8 cycles of this. On this next one, we're going to get into both the hip flexors and the muscles at the back of the leg. So get into this position, tilt your pelvis forward and be upright. Once you've got into that position, you should feel a pull on the hip flexors, so at the top of the quad on the rear leg. If you don't, then you can push the front leg a little bit further forward until you feel a little pull. Shouldn't be painful, we should feel a little pull there. Once you've got that, you can rock back, try and straighten your leg or as far as you can go with it without any pain or discomfort. You should feel a little pull in both the hamstring and the calf. Again, 8 on either side. Just get into a comfortable position, tilt that pelvis forward and then rock back. So this next one, we're going to do some adapter rock backs. So bend one leg and put your weight slightly forward with both hands in front of the bent leg's knee. The other leg goes out straight to the side. Once you've done that, it's a comfortable position. Lean forward, put some of the weight into your hands, and then you can rock back as if you're sitting back onto your heel. Should feel that along the inside of the stretched out leg. Other side, just do 8 each side. So we're just going to do a few abductor raises here. You don't have to put these in before a run. You can put them in afterwards because there's a slight hold at the top. So just hold for like a second. Keep that leg out straight. You might feel that in the outside of the thigh along the IT band. These are really good to strengthen and mobilize the hip and the muscles that support it, but can be quite uncomfortable. So just see what it feels like and add them in after your run rather than before if you prefer. So here we're going to do some glute bridges. So a good way to make these work hard for us is to bring our feet in close. So see if you can touch your heels with the tips of your fingers. And then from there, we're going to peel the spine off the mat, starting from the bottom part of the spine at the top of the bum, all the way up to the thoracic spine. And when we lower again, trying to gradually place the spine back down. Once you've done 8 reps, hold it at the top and do 8 pulses. Try and make sure that when we're doing this, that it's the glutes doing the work. So really pushing and engaging the glutes rather than pushing through any of the other parts of the leg. So for the last couple of exercises, we're going to use a little band. Don't use a heavy one. Use something which is light or moderate. For the first one, we're going to lie on our back and just do a dynamic pull-up, one leg at a time. Okay, as high as you can go. Relax at the bottom and pull up hard. 8 on each side. And our last activation exercise is monster walk. So just put the band around the both feet. Keep feet at least hip width apart. Bend your knees slightly and move across laterally. Here I'm just doing 8 on each side. You can do a few more. My steps are slightly smaller than normal because I'm working within a confined space, but you can see that I'm not letting my feet come less than hip width apart. Okay, so keep them at least hip width apart. Keep the glutes and the hamstrings engaged.